Good evening, kittens. That was gravelly. Sorry about that. Can everybody hear me? Arkines, great to see you. I hope you're doing well today. It was snowing IRL here for a bit. It was still good. Yeah, can we get some love in the chat for Arkines? I hope you're all doing very well today. Aw, Jessie, how cute. Hello, Arkines. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Latent. Hello, Vermouth. Hello, Hopefully Human. Hello, Poketoa. Hello, Guy Othersome. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Sky. Hello, Christine. Hello, Wailos. Wailos. Hello, Enemy SSB. Did I miss anybody? Hello, nice groundhog. I hope you're doing very well today. Now, I do have a redemption for you, but I need to get on screen before I do that. As well, I want to make sure that I have the other half of today's greeting covered properly. 1 second, please. All right, I think we're ready. Let's begin, shall we? If only I can just start to... Hello, everybody. Oh, there we go. There's the waves. Hello, it's great to see you all. I think my coloring... There we go. A little bit better, but it still feels very bright orange somehow. There we are. Hello, everybody. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and the newest original for V-Shoujo of Matara Khan. Matara Khan of V-Shoujo. My brain is on backwards today. And now, thank you, Pixie. Let me see if I've got this right. 1 moment, please. This is probably going to be wrong, but please bear with me. こんばんは。Odyssey Eurobeat の Odyssey です。Super Eurobeat イニシャル D と DDR とその他 VTuber の音楽を作ってます。よろしくお願いします。I probably butchered that tremendously, but that's what I get for using a translator. I hope you're all doing well today. Good time range, Audie. How are things? Thank you. I tried. I tried. And Sky must be limited. 9 minutes ago, redeeming a particular thing. Now, I have a little thing. I have a little like chicken pot pie right here that I am eating because I had my first class today, and it actually happened today. And I think it was actually the first one for the session. So I grabbed something to eat on the way back, or some things to have for dinner on the way back. So I might take a few bites at a time. Sparkling Pixie with 56 months of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Sparkling Pixie? She needs no introduction. She is amazing, just as she is. The community would not be what it is without Pixie. Let's get some serious love in the chat without, like, words are failing me right now. Let's get some love in the chat for Pixie. I think all of the lights that I have right now are weirdly orange. And I don't get why. Right, I think it's... Yeah, that one's still... No, should all be fine. Chicken pot pies. Yeah, it's the Marie Callender's one too, so it's really good. Yeah, what is going on with, like... I still feel like I'm glowing orange somehow. Hey Bosh, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully Human with 11 months in a row. Can we get some love in the chat for Hopefully Human? I hope you're all doing well today. And hi Bosh, I hope you're doing well today, kitten. How are you all doing now that I think about it? Let me do that hydrate before I forget. And nice Groundhog 60. Thank you so much for the 3-stream streak. Full of rice. There are worse things to be full of, granted. I've heard some people being called full of beans, but I don't see what's so bad about that. Well, unless you have a digestive issue. Things you learned that you like. Aw, cute. Then I'll continue to do so. You're always full of beans. How are you all today? Full of beans or full of rice or full of chicken pot pie or whatever it is. How y'all doing today? Had takoyaki for the first time today. How did that go? I wish that I could get past my Thank you for the 100 bits. Leighton, every bit is appreciated. Every bit helps. Can we get some love in the chat for the one, the only, Latent Logic with the 100 biddies? Full of energy, doing well. That's fantastic. Aw, Vera, what a good puppy you are. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who's a good boy? Yeah. Today's been interesting. I thought that I would kind of take today easy. Yeah, I swear, I am still like glowing as if I am in direct sunlight. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure that I'm radiant. Oh, maybe that's about right. Maybe I'm just naturally kind of reddish. I'll think for that, butts. No, I should definitely be... Oh, you know what it is. Okay, I'm gonna do that. No, that still needs to be all the way up, but maybe... No? Something is giving me this bizarre lighting. I know that I'm getting a little bit overly focused on it, but I just want to make sure. No, I already adjusted that. Blend auto color. No, that's not even doing anything. Maybe saturation? There we go. That's a little more like it. Do you see the redeem I did before the stream started? I think, was that the... I think I might have declined it because I was not around for stream. It was a couple of days ago, wasn't it? I'm sorry if that was meant for today. All right, tracking's kind of being funky today. It does that. Oh, that was today. Well, I did the blow a kiss. Were you not paying attention? Yeah. What a shame. What a shame. Gotta be watching me if you got something redeemed. Why is it not tracking me? There we go. Wow, the instant that I actually try to point. Oh, it's because I have sleeves on. Okay. Well, IRL I have sleeves on. It's okay. Just, I'll do it for you again, but next time be a little more attentive, okay? And Vera, I see that you redeemed a favorite. Shall we then? Arara, iko da ne. Let me just reach through my boob and do that, yeah? Fishnet sleeves count. That's true, that's true. I do in fact have sleeves. Yeah. I know that the last Just Chatting stream was kind of easygoing, but I don't know, I wanted it this time too. I think just given what my course was for today, it just makes sense to not have it be too rambunctious and rowdy. We'll save that for the rest of the week. Hello, Celine. Good to see you. I hope you're doing very well today. Comfy vibes, yes. Yeah, how are you all? I have a couple of bites of pot pie as you throw that in your chat. Is that a full year? Yo, can we get some love in the chat for Celine, for Zeep Bleep, for a full year of subscribing to this channel? Celine, it has been a wonderful time having you here. Thank you so much for being such a beloved and appreciated part of my community. You brighten this place by being here. Thank you so much for sharing the last year with us. And here's for as many years ahead as you can reasonably manage. Yeah, let's get some love in the chat for Celine. That is a lot of months. That is like 12 months is like at least like 10 months. What was I on about? Hello, Timber. I'm doing okay. I can be a little bit real here, can't I? I'm not, I'm going to try not to overshare too much, but I can be real. Today was my first anxiety toolkit day. Busy day, school day as usual, then had a dentist appointment at 2 p.m. today. It was a simple checkup and polishing, nothing more. I think I have one of those coming up in like a month or two. No, that can't be right. I think I had something like that in January, and then I think I'll have another one in like September. Sounds about right. But yeah, isn't it nice when you just go in? It's like, yeah, your teeth are good. Carry on. Which I thought that my teeth were kind of goners. There was a period of time when I was not taking good care of myself, and I let that get to my teeth because, well, it takes effort, and doing things that takes effort really sucks when you are depressed or going through this, that, or whatever. And I went in, actually, I think something happened. I had a chip of my molar come off. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a nightmare. This is going to be disastrous. They're going to have to go in. It's going to cost like thousands of dollars because I don't know if I have that kind of insurance in the first place. And I go in. Actually, no. Before that, I did my research and I looked up, various kinds of dentists. And one of the best reviewed ones was, I won't name the name because I don't want y'all in the neighborhood. No offense. I appreciate y'all being here, but stalking is part of why I'm anxious anyhow. And it's like, great, this guy's well reviewed. How far is he? A short walk from my house. I forgot that I turned up the gain recently. There we go. So I've just been super stressed and I'm stressing out for no reason and feel emotionally alone today, and I don't know why. Timber, could you indulge me in something? I want to share something with you that has been helping me recently. Rather coincidental timing, and might help you in this moment, or at least help even things out. Stressing out for no reason does sound a little bit like anxiety to me. So, are you still feeling kind of that intense stress at the moment, or like a certain amount of stress with you? Okay. And anyone else who wants to join in on this, please feel free to do so. So, join me for a moment in breathing in through your nose. Ready? Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out your mouth. Breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out through your mouth. That probably didn't do too much of everything right away, but how did that feel? Taking a moment to literally just breathe helps a lot. And I feel like when people say, hey, just breathe, or, take deep breaths or something, good, I'm glad that it did. So I think it's easy to write off the notion of just breathing. It's like, well, I'm doing that right now. I'm doing it automatically. Like, you are now breathing manually. Cursed. Sorry. But when it comes to how we breathe, that can make such a world of difference. Isn't it? Isn't that weird? Now, yeah, there's breathing, there's breathing. There's automatic breathing, which is what we do to exist. Can't go without that one for very long. And then there's taking a slow, deep breath. Usually try to distract myself with either games or music to lure my mind away from it. That makes sense. Things that can distract us or at least take our minds off it can be good for that. Maybe it's really good that we're having today's stream. The class that I was just at, the reason that the stream is so late in the evening, 15 streams. Oh my gosh, Timber. Great. It's been great to have you. Thank you so much for your support. Now, the course that I was just at today, the reason that today's stream is late is because I was attending the first of 4 courses, the first of 4 classes in Anxiety Toolbox. And today was a little bit just sort of going over the syllabus and going over what we're going to cover today, as well as a few emergency techniques, ways to measure anxiety, identifying triggers for anxiety, and just other things like that. I wonder if I should get my notes just so I can have more specific things. Yeah, I'm going to grab it real quick. I'll be right back. Ah. Got my notes. For some people, silence helps for people to calm down. Something that noise helps them calm down. Depends on who and what kind of person you are. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, not everything works for everyone. There are some things that will work for some of you, and there are some things that will work for others of you. I think what I'm gonna do, hold on, I'm being nitpicky about my background right now. There we go. Now my hands stand out a little bit better against it. Listen, I've got to stand out. Oh. So, that's the workbook. Yeah, I'll go over some of what happened today. So I was a couple of minutes late for class. I think I've had pets. So the first thing that I walked in on, I come in, I sit down, I pull out my notebook, and we were covering the idea of the subjective unit of distress scale. Thank you for helping me with my anxiety. I've never figured out how to deal with it because movies and music sometimes don't work. And that's the thing. Even the act of looking at a screen can have an effect on our anxiety. Having our phone constantly up to our eyes, having a computer screen or a TV screen constantly blaring something at us. Some folks may be like, yeah, TV helps me wind down, and they're watching something that's super tense and stressful. Others might be like, they might be stressed out even if they've got a book in their hand and like running water noises. But it depends on what you're listening to. For instance, this is, by the way, this is why I talk about listening to stuff other than just Eurobeat. Because please understand, I love Eurobeat. I will make this music as long as I can. And I love it. I would lose some of my blood for this genre. But it's not for everybody, and it's not for all the time. There are moments where you need something slower, more peaceful. You might need white noise or natural noises like wind blowing through the trees or ocean waves or other natural sources of white noise. You might need complete silence. You might need music like what's in the background right now. And as much as I love Eurobeat, if you're listening to Eurobeat to cool yourself down, why? It's like drinking an energy drink to try to fall asleep. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the idea of like, I don't know. It's and don't get me wrong. There are some folks that say that caffeine helps them fall asleep, but I'm not gonna recommend it for most folks. It is a little counterintuitive, but here's the thing. You know yourself better than most others do. So, I will have to take you on your word on that. That said, sometimes Eurobeat works for me because it's an emotional release. See, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you need an emotional release, if you need something that will get something out to kind of start the wind down, then that can help too. That can definitely be important. By the way, I am not an expert on anxiety after one class. I am not. I should stress that, by the way. Like, yeah, Pixie, you were one of the subscriptions that was part of the hype train, or at least getting it started. Yeah. Choo-choo. Wait, hold on. There. No, come on. Give me my hand. Give me my hand. Choo-choo. Yeah, I think, how do I say? I want to make sure and make clear that I am not an expert on anxiety at all. If I'm being honest, what helps me feel better is listening to you call me a good boy or puppy, etc. See, hello, Selena. Eurobeat is cool, but I'd be lying if I said I listen to it every second. I love chilling out to city pop and some other genres I generally enjoy. That was something that I loved about Urges by Numi. It felt vaguely city pop to me. But I digress. So, that is one of the reasons that I offer the, the good boy, good girl, good puppy, etc. Some of it is, some of you like praise, and I can relate to that. And, well, hearing it from a gothy, dommy, mommy VTuber certainly doesn't hurt. But, reaffirmation, or just affirmation in general, can be good for that kind of thing. It can just be what we need to hear. Aw, Celine, that's so sweet. I think I need to do that hydrate, but Vera, do you accept that redemption from Celine? I'm gonna take that sip. You accept. All right. Well then, allow me to get it ready for you. Vera. Vera. Ow. You are such a good puppy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, Vera? You are such a good boy. Such a good puppy dog. Such a good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Huh. Very good boy. How's that? Gives me scritches behind the... Yeah, that... Listen, careful with that, though. I am touch-starved enough to where that's... Oh, no! I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm sorry. Oh, no! Happy tears. Okay, thank goodness. Okay. That had me worried for a second. That's good. That's good. But there is a reason that I offered that. And there's a reason that... some of you that might have noticed me in Cottontail VA stream will see that I very frequently redeem a certain redemption for myself. Because it's worth hearing. That kind of affirmation can soothe us. Something about the difference between stress and anxiety is that stress comes from an existing source, an identifiable source. Whereas anxiety, well, it's not to say that you can't be anxious about something that is in front of you. A known environmental factor versus an unknown source, or the experience of stress itself. A generalized anxiety disorder just exists. I think that's what I have. I think that's the thing that I think I have GAD. But there was a thing that I was doing with that. Psychologist said stress is a physiological response and anxiety is a psychological. Aw, I'm glad you are. Glad you are, Vera. But yeah, things like that is like, sometimes we'll seek reassurance when we're feeling anxious. Hello, Callie. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Not any caffeine to function, but it triggers the anxiety, so it's being non-functional either way. Yeah, as someone who loves caffeinated drinks, I am starting to have a reality check with myself when it comes to caffeine and its impact on me. Oop, another hydrate that I can do. So, I like the effect it has on me, and it allows me to socialize more easily and more naturally, and it's just fun to have more energy. I like being energetic. But if I'm not careful with it, it can negatively impact my sleep or make me more anxious or both. And sometimes it's just not worth it. There's a reason I'm not sipping on the gamer beverage from earlier today. Other part of it is that it's kind of old. Hello, Possybolt. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. What was I on about? I completely forgot. But the thing is, you know, when we're looking for avoidance or an escape or reassurance, sometimes just hearing validation from someone can be that. It's like, hey, no, that thing that you're trying to escape, that feeling of inadequacy or being unloved or something. Affirmations and reassurance can soothe that, even if just temporarily. Not to say that we should be dependent on what other people think about us. Sometimes we need to affirm ourselves, and that can be very hard. But there is value in that. I'm also personally of the opinion... I hate my ADHD. I hate my ADHD. It sucks so much, especially when I End up getting stressed out from anxiety and never knowing if it will go away or not, or worrying about it turning into a panic attack. Interesting that you bring that up, Timber. So if I may bring it back to like the first thing that we covered in class today. So I have a little candy in my mouth, which I shouldn't do while I'm still eating dinner. Yeah, I'm really regretting this candy decision. So something that we covered was that generalized... No, it's not that. Subjective units of distress scale. And what that does is gives you a scale from 0 to 100 about how anxious you are or how distressed you are. Let me grab the actual workbook. I'm so used to being ragged on for mistakes that my brain refuses any kind of praise or affirmation. All I can do is say thanks. I am sorry to hear that. I hope that in time, that those around you can demonstrate that your successes and your positive actions are worthy of praise, and that your better traits and things like that are valuable and are important, and that you are worthy of praise. ADHD is ruining my life. I have to binge everything because I lose interest fast when I stop doing things. I'm sorry to hear that, Salmon. And hello, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing very well today. So the SUDS bar, so it goes like this. At 0, you are totally relaxed. At 10, you are alert and awake, concentrating well. Like 0 is almost asleep. Like you're waking up and you're just like, okay. 10 is like you're alert and you're awake, you're concentrating well, you're active. You know, you're awake, you're alive, just, you know, you're here, you're vibing. 20 is minimal anxiety or distress. Like, oh, maybe someone asked excuse me to like have you go a little further in the line or something. Just, oh, sorry. 30 is mild anxiety or distress, no interference on performance. Hello, Vinyl. There's nothing for 40. 50 is moderate anxiety or distress, uncomfortable but can continue to perform. Maybe this is like for someone who does not have a fear of presentation, maybe this is their first time addressing some of their higher ups or giving a presentation on something, or they might be nervous, understandably nervous, but they can still do it. There's nothing for 60. 70 is quite anxious or distressed, interfering with performance. I grew up with a mother that cares too much what others think of us, and I also can't deal with praise because I don't want to be a narcissist, so I hold myself back with praise. Salmon, I'm very fortunate that I had both parents very supportive and not like what's the word? They didn't exactly use it to show pony or anything like that, or like worry so much about impression. There was a little bit of that, but very, very minimal. But I can relate to struggling with praise for fear of narcissism. How do I say? No worries, gamer. Good to see you. Did it go okay, or did you finally get into your thing? I did. Thank you for remembering. That is why today's stream is late, and I actually have the workbook right here. And wonderfully enough, we're actually talking about some of the things that are that were in that book. Yeah, so 70 is basically you're so anxious or distressed that it's starting to interfere with your performance, whatever you're trying to do. Maybe you're stammering or stuttering. You're really just like struggling to hold it together. 80 is very anxious or distressed. You're unable to concentrate. Um, you're amazing. I'm at work right now, night shift, 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, sleepy. Which seems kind of apt. Sorry. Well, I'm glad that you could be here, and I hope that I hope the stream is comfortable without being too sleepy. I don't want to knock you out. So 70, 80 is very anxious or distressed, like you're unable to concentrate because you're so worked up. 90 is extremely anxious or distressed, and 100 would be like trauma levels of like highest anxiety or distress that you have ever felt. Like, I heaven forbid what it takes for someone to get to that point, you know? So, you know, we were going over what that meant in class today. And the teacher was saying, you know, quick show of hands, where would you put yourself on the scale? Just starting out, just complete honesty. You know, a few folks were in like the 30s, a few folks were in the 50s. There was someone who was like 60 or 70. And we all did a breathing exercise like we did earlier in the stream. Mine was kind of a weird conglomeration of like two of them put into one. And after that, I'd say that most folks' answer dropped by like 10, 20. You know, folks who were answering at like 50 earlier were like at 40 or 30. And it helped a lot. It can... So here's the kicker for me. Here's the part that actually caught me off guard. Something that I can actually act on now. The teacher said, nah, gamer, I see what you did there. She said that it's worth catching ourselves at the 20 or 30 mark. Go to Sarah in chat, but it's taco night and you need to get cooking. No worries, Vinyl. I believe that those tacos are in very good hands. A very good chef, I'm sure. Right. We'll see you when you're back, Vinyl. If you do pop back in, and if not, no worries. It's always nice when combat. So actually, before I go on with the 20 and 30 stuff with the GADs, sorry, it's not GADs. It's goodness, I'm already forgetting. I'm a bad student. That's not true. I'm not a bad student. I'm a great student. I'm learning this today. SUDS with the SUDS scale. I have two. I feel like I did those hydrates. Yeah. Right. Before I got onto that, the thing with compliments and praise, this was something that I wrestled with before I came out. It just didn't feel right. Not to say this is not implying your gender expression or anything like that. It's all just start transitioning. No. But usually there is some factor that we have to address in ourselves, or at least we need to instill the belief that we are inherently worthwhile, worthy of praise, worthy of compliments. And the thing for me was, instead of pinning it to something that I did or something that I was, I had to accept it on the basis that I simply am. And see, I completely understand about having issues with getting compliments, because the compliments I used to get were really insults in disguise of actual, oh gosh. Gamer, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've dealt with a little bit of that too, like not necessarily from like family or anything, but that sense of like disguising insults as compliments, and that can do such a number on confidence and trust and so many things. Subtext can be so damaging. It's hard for me to decide. I'm very insecure, especially when it comes to people my age. The classic case of being bullied and belittled throughout my entire school life. So now I'm insecure. Also didn't help that I got emotionally and verbally abused by a narcissistic boss for like 4 years. Imagine being new to working with low self-esteem, just have it ruined even. Salmon, I'm so sorry. I should indicate, sorry, before we go too much further, I am not a trained psychologist. I'm not a therapist, but I am sorry to hear some of the things that you've been going through in chat. And it makes sense that it's hard to hear things like praise or compliments because of some of the things that you've been through. What I've found, and this is just for me, it may be a different experience for you, but No, it's all good, Salmon. I used to work in grocery. The kind of job that I worked, I ended up working enough for about 6 to 8 people most days as one person. And they started booking around that, and they started depending on that. And when I started not working as much as 6 to 8 people, well, they weren't bad about it, but I would still get kind of officially in trouble through like secret shops and such. People just venting their issues and hearing that to a degree, yeah. So I'll say this, in terms of compliments and praise and things like that, give yourself permission, or even just like, I'm trying to find the wording, impose it on yourself. For me, I had to like, I think at one point I literally like took a piece of paper and wrote like praise to myself on it and printed other stuff, and I put it up somewhere. And I think I wrote it, there was a time, like this was when I was still living masculine, like presenting masculine. I think I had in lipstick, like praise for myself on the bathroom mirror. Don't use lipstick, by the way. That's a waste. One, a waste of lipstick, and two, very unhygienic, and three, it smears and it gets all gross. But the point is, wherever you're going to see it, things that will instill that you are worthy of value, worthy of praise and affection, whether or not you agree with it at the moment. Like, if you're curious, Vanilla loves you. Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the stream. So with right, with compliments and such, for me, obviously it took a few other things, but one of the things that helped me the most was just asserting that they are true no matter how I felt about them. I almost want to joke about it as like, oh, feelings don't care about your facts, or like validation doesn't care about your facts. Like, the reality is that you are worthy of praise. You are worthy of care. You're worthy of affection. You're worthy of love. That's for all of you. Only person to ever give me compliments was my ex-girlfriend, and never from my parents ever, not even when I did finally get a girlfriend. And when we broke up, I was belittled by my egg donor partner, who was verbally and physically and mentally and emotionally hurt me. My father never did anything to stop it. My goodness, Timber. I'm sorry that you went through that. And please understand, when I say these things, like you're worthy of praise, you're worthy of these things, it doesn't mean that because you haven't received them, like just because you have not received them, especially from the people that should be giving those to you, does not mean that you are not worthy of those things. It just means that through whatever dysfunction was around you, whatever dysfunction you were dealing with at the time, got in the way. Thank you for that, Pets. But please understand that you being worthy is separate from if you experienced it. It's part of why I avoid the word deserve. Because, how do I say? Nervous laughter and my entire sense of self-worth relies on the validation of my readers. I mean, there is something to be said about validation from those that consume the things that we produce. There is value in that, but Callie, you are such a wonderful person to me. Like, for those who don't know, I know Callie from before I started streaming, before, lots of stuff. Callie, you are a wonderful person even if you weren't able to write. Your worth is so much more than your ability to write words on a page. Like, the amount that I care about you is not affected by your ability to write. You're a great writer. You're an amazing writer. I've seen what you've written, and I crave more when you share your stories with me. It's amazing. But if I never read a word that you wrote in terms of literature, I could still vouch for you as being valuable and lovable, worthy of love, worthy of care. So that's the thing. That's the thing, though. It's not because of anything we do. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's not because of anything we do. It's not because of anything we say or that we choose to be. Hydrate. That I can do. We are inherently valuable because we are. It's as innate as the fact that we are alive. Well, thank you for that, Pets. So I guess that's my particular advice. Whether or not you think you are valuable, you are valuable. Whether or not you think you're lovable or worthy of love, you are. I'm currently trying to find anything valuable in my life because for so long I actually sabotaged everything about myself because I was never really looked at as worthy for any praise unless being on the path in life that someone created for me the moment I was born. But every step, every day, I learned to love myself a little bit more. I'm so glad that you're doing that for yourself, gamer. Self-love and self-acceptance is still a bit difficult for me at times. I was a lot worse several months ago when my egg cracked, but I've made huge progress in self-discovery. I take pride in that, if nothing else. Sophia, I'm very proud of you for that. And I'm glad that you've been working on self-love and self-acceptance. Hate to leave on such wholesome moments, but I must go. Everyone is special, everyone is unique, and hope all is well. Thank you so much for popping in, nice groundhog. I hope you're doing well. Those positive words kind of bump off me, sadly, because I keep saying that to people, so I'm kind of numb to it. It really needs opening up my emotional words for those wounds for those words to stick. That's fair. I guess the key is to repeat them to yourself. Kind of sleeper agent them into your mind. I need to choose a better example for that. I'm gonna have a couple of bites of my chicken pot pie before I continue because I'm still very hungry. Crying at the sim racing wheel. Set up hearing all this while I'm practicing Gran Turismo. I'm sorry, Selena. Yeah, it's got real heavy real quick. I found the best way to get a person to accept something is to get them to say it out loud in their own force. Gotta head back to work. Take care and thank you for being here. Aw, Sleepy Salmon, thank you so much for popping in. Have a great time at work. Hope that it is whatever you need it to be. And J Tiger, to your point, yes. Getting one of the most powerful things that someone can do for themselves is to say it out loud. Because we can think it. We could think it. We could even write it down, and there's value in writing it down. But vocalizing it gives it a power that is often vividly underestimated. For instance, all I hear is that one SpongeBob episode. And I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's kind of parodying an actual exercise that people do to learn to love themselves and accept things about themselves.
Is that what he calls it?
I remember that episode too. But that's the thing. For me, I really feel like one of the most, for instance, coming to terms with myself and my gender, it really started to become actually real. I really feel like embracing myself and putting that on the table came from the moment that I actually said the words out loud, I am a girl. That made a world of difference for me. Let's see. Yeah, like, and hearing it, here's the thing, because speaking something, you hear it as you say it. And in my case, it gave me this reaffirmation, the sense that just there's joy in saying it and hearing it at the same time. I'm a girl. I'm a woman. How amazing is that? See, I'm smiling right now about it. And I'm already several years into it. For me to accept any kind of praise these days took Kazuma Kiryu levels of strength for me to get there. It's worth it though. It is a mountain to climb. Like, that is not an easy thing to do. But people do it. And you can. So See, remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice. Also, if the women don't find you handsome, they should find it. I've heard these statements before. If it's all right with you, let's stick with general humanity situations. Some of those, some phrases can deal with interactions in that sense that might be a little bit outside of the scope of this discussion. I mean, that said, I will make one joke about it. It's like, yeah, I heard you like bad boys. I'm such a bad boy. I became a girl. I was just really bad at it. But yeah, so with self-love and things like that, and instilling that value, as I almost want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not an insecurity per se, but with anxiety, it seems to me like there is something that isn't known, you know? The one thing that truly has helped, honestly, it's being every day talking to an amazing person. It's hard to explain just being here. It's just something I needed, and I didn't even know that. Gamer, I'm glad that that you found that with. But I'm guessing that you're saying that's with me, and I appreciate that if so, and if not, no worries. But that's the thing. That's one of the weird things that I found is really important for getting around a lot of different kinds of people. Because when we stay within our existing little circles, our own little clubs and niches, we reaffirm what's already in place. And that can include negative self-talk. That can include views that are closed to others' well-being or our own well-being. Positivity is not something that is normal for me because I say things that people look at me sideways and say, why are you saying that so casually? I could see that, I could see how that would be a bit of a dent in, I could see how that could be a bit of a dent in confidence and things like that. I should say, by the way, let's see. Side question, what is a word that you find unbelievably funny? That's a good question. I can't think of an individual word for that at the time. But, what was that about? Right. Even if we say things that others don't understand, that may not inform them in the way that they tend to hear it, that someone is worthy of praise or love. And just because they don't know or they don't express that you're worthy of care or love or affection doesn't mean that you're not. You're still worthy of positivity. Whether or not you say things where people look at you sideways and ask why you say it casually. People may not understand that, but folks in your life shouldn't necessarily have to. Oh, take care, Celine. Thank you so much for popping in. Things I was saying were very graphic and details that were horrible, and I was saying it just like it was casual. There is something to be said for respecting people's comfort in general, like, conversation. I think there's value in that. For instance, it's part of why I worry about oversharing in terms of, you know, when I talk about my stalker situation or some of the things that he would send, because people can get the sense that, you know, things were bad without knowing the exact nitty-gritty. You know, if someone truly needs that kind of context, and if we're close enough to each other that I'm comfortable sharing that, then yeah, but usually sharing a deeply intimate or specific detail might require consent. And again, that doesn't stand in the way of being lovable or worthy of praise. If I can bring it back to anxiety, if that's okay.
No.
Yes, I consent. I consent to that, Black Raven. And I hope you're doing well today. Hello. Yeah, basically, yeah. Hello, Kachu. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. I see, Raven. Hello. Yeah, if I can bring it back to anxiety in this regard. You're just in time, Raven. We're talking about the anxiety toolbox class that I took today, and some of the issues that come around that. So, Audie needs an Abby with a consent is sexy t-shirt. Can I take an aside from the anxiety thing after all? Because there's something about that that's actually quite true. I don't know. I guess I will say that, like, when the other party is not just consenting, but like enthusiastic consent, knowing that there is that like actually super strong connection of like, oh my gosh, we get to do this thing. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It's beautiful. It's sublime. It is very sexy. I don't know, just there's something innately just, ooh, knowing that the other party is just very, very, very fired up. Yeah, enthusiastic consent. Just, oh! Anyway, well, we had that. Back to anxiety. So, one of the things that we covered was thank you, Lightning Strike. I will definitely keep it up. I've got lots of new music on the horizon and lots of things that I'm working on. 2 years, 3 months, 10, goodness gracious, you've been around for a hot minute. And hello, Type 2. Korean time, I'm really saying my last greeting at Twitch. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you elsewhere later, Miss Odyssey. Kachu, thank you so much for popping on, and I know that Twitch Korea is not long for this world, so I hope to see you again on other platforms very soon, too. Y'all, can we get some love in the chat for Kachu? For those who don't know, Twitch is closing its, is no longer going to be accessible in Korea due to just a few different factors. So, members of, various Twitch communities from Korea will no longer be able to participate in the same way. So, yeah. 9 months. Goodness. I remember those 9 months too. What was I on about? Right. 6 years. My goodness. My words are blanking on me. Right. Back to anxiety. So, yeah. So, a lot of it comes from, there's a point where we allow a fear of the unknown, or we have a response to something that isn't known. I'm in 3D. Is this VR chat? It's not VR chat, but hello. It's very similar. I'm using a 3D avatar in VC Face, and just basically just using a standard webcam and Elite Motion. Yeah. So the thing is with anxiety, because we may not understand fully what we're anxious about, or we may not have closure with it. For instance, when you're stressed, the symptoms go away when the stressor goes away. There's only so much that it has an effect on you. You do the thing, it's done, and you no longer have it. I've been anxious about stuff that was done an hour ago. So it makes sense that, anxiety can be something where it stays for much longer. So there's that sense of what if and what about. Because it really has been a year and a quarter. You've been around for a hot minute, Vera, and thank you for that. I remember bumping into you. I think did I see you in Alu's community before my own? Or were you in here and then you met Alu and then you're back here? Anxiety comes from people giving it to me because they had a strict guideline on how I had to behave and act, even though that makes sense, sadly. You here first. Yay! Alu is lovely, though. So that makes sense, though, gamer, because today's a sad greeting because there's piano music. There is piano music. I wanted a little bit of not melancholy, but a certain amount of calm to it. But yeah. So it makes sense that would be an anxiety-inducing thing, gamer, because the standards were vague. the standards were probably very inconsistent to boot, and probably unfairly wielded against you. And with that level of not being secure in what was happening at a given time, that would give anyone a reason to be anxious. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Anxiety can also ruin activities if it occurs too much during said activity, even if you normally super enjoy it. Yeah, it really can. And the thing is, like, the way that I've heard it said is, or rather, a way that I experience it is, mentally, you know, on the one hand, I can actually recognize out loud, swear on a Bible or whatever, just like, there is nothing here that should be making me anxious. There is nothing here that should be making me feel this way. I have no reason to be anxious about anything right now. And my brain will go, yeah, but like, what if though? Can't believe it's been a little over a year and a half since I started following you. Thank you so much for that. It had has it really been like over a year and a half? Daniel, thank you so much for being part of what I do. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. Because like anxiety will stick around whether like anxiety doesn't care about your facts. My anxiety comes from trauma, sadly, as well as the toxic environments I'm in. But I've gotten better at being able to notice when it's not me, but the people around me. It still comes and knocking at the door. Exactly. So, with that, it's interesting to note, you know, other things can set it off. Other things can get that going. But, you know, the sad reality that I'm seeing so far is sometimes we can't necessarily help what makes us anxious. It is a response after all. I hate it when I'm just doing nothing out of the ordinary and get this ping of anxiety and I think I'm in trouble even though I've done nothing wrong. Who knew that I'd meet so many people with the same interests as me? Here no less with a streamer whose music I listen to says, don't make me feel old. Stop. I'm not ready for that. But here's the thing. Oh. Is it OG Biggie Smells? Thank you so much for the follow, OG. Great to have you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my work has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Ematar, Konavi, Shoujo's newest original. Great to have you. So the thing is, like, instead of trying to think away the, you know, whatever we're feeling at the time, I think it's more important to bring our minds back into it. Like a lot of what I've seen is not about like, oh, just think it away. It's like, okay, breathing exercises, lay down if you need to. And hello, Princess Samoy. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. I think the thing is like, it's okay to feel what we're feeling. Like our bodies and brains just kind of do that to ourselves. I guess the issue is more to do with like, hey, it's okay to feel that way. Why not take a second to breathe and get your brain and your body back to connection and figure that out. My anxiety is doing this fun new thing where if I go too long without eating, I have a panic attack for no apparent reason. Okay, I kind of get that. I was late for lunch, like by a couple of hours, and I was feeling like, and I ended up heating up some soup and eating that for basically lunch. And that made a huge difference. Seriously, like food can have a huge impact on our stability too. My anxiety was heightened due to the fact that every time I left the house, I was shown that every window had a potential to have someone looking out of it, judging me. Flash gamer. Now, that was something that I wrestled with my own expression. Because there were a couple of times when I went out trying to put myself together and like share myself with the world as the real me, that it was ill received. I remember there was a walk that I took in my previous home where there were some kids around. I was walking through and one kid goes, "Is that a guy? Lol." Like said the word lol out loud, which should tell you, about the mindset of the kid. But the kids are kids. They learn. We become more compassionate. And that reinforced it for me. It's like, wow, no matter where I go, I'm going to look awful. But that's not a healthy or measured response. people may look out the window and judge. There is a potential for that. In the same way that there's the potential of me just walking down the street and being hit by a crashing plane. And I've personally found that if I try to account for... Thank you, gamer. My point is more to the effect of this. If I try to account for every possible what if, I will drive myself up the wall. Think of that, bats. I will absolutely drive myself bonkers trying to account for it all. And even when some threats are more legitimate, like this part of California is fairly liberal when it comes to expression and gender and things like that, but there is still a certain conservative contingency. Or at least groups of people who find my existence cumbersome and want to legislate it out or otherwise end it by their own hands. But I have to realize that even for those people, even for those who might think awfully of me, they have to go so far out of their own way to do something about it before I need to care. More importantly, I just have too much going on. The horrible part about everything in my anxiety is not only did I have to mask my LGBTQ, I had to mask my autism and my ADHD. I had to pretend to think like how people wanted me to think. Yeah, I feel that, gamer. Not to the same extent, but that can be really rough. Hello, Jonathan Davis. Good to see you. Sorry, today's discussion is a little all over the place in terms of emotions and such, because the reason that the stream is late is because I was taking the Anxiety Toolbox class that my healthcare provider is offering. And I was just kind of diving into a little bit of what was covered. What was I about to say? I've been masking my mental health issues since I became an adult. Gosh. And I feel like, how do I say? Obviously, like, I'm adult age, right? I'm old enough to be having kids. Whether or not I'll have them is another story. The point being, depression and anxiety. Also, I spend sleepless nights thinking that people won't accept me for who I am. I wish that I could recommend this book to all of you. There is a book called The Courage to be Disliked. It is written in the style of a conversation between a student and a philosopher. It's technically a presentation of a certain form of psychology. I'm trying to get the exact one. Alfred Adler. It's a presentation on Adlerian philosophy, but that's different. The whole thing about it is more to this effect. What I got from it was, not everyone is going to like you. There are going to be people that will find stupid reasons to hate you. They will. No matter if you're, culturally normal or not. It's not going to matter. People will dislike you. People will hate you. Hopefully not too many, but the key is you as a person have things to do. You as a person have too much to worry, too much going on to let that weigh on you. The issue is to do with those who do support you, those who do want you around, those who do care about you, right? My depression was because I've been blocked or banned online. That is always hard. That is when it feels unjust, that can definitely be extremely hard to, and even if it was just, the sense that we were banned for a reason that was sensical, it's like, oh man, that is a rough sensation. I would think in the case of being ejected from a social circle, I would say that the value is in finding new social circles. And we live in a time where there are social circles for everything. There are people that play the same games, that watch the same streamers, that read the same books, that have the same philosophies, and enjoy the same food and drink and whatever. And it's difficult to explain, but I see the internet as a different world, and my online self is connected to my real life self. I mean, there's something to be said for that. The notion of There's a poem that I keep thinking of that keeps aging like a fine wine, despite being written in the 1800s. Look up No Enemies by Charles Mackay. Or is it Mackay? All right. No Enemies by Mackay. There it is. So I'll say this. Even if the things that we're anxious about end up happening or being real or whatever, it doesn't get in the way that we're still here. We're still worthy of love or care or affection. I won't get into it too much, but that is something that I deal with, especially when it comes to, like, if I've done something wrong, or if I misunderstood something, or if I have otherwise put someone through something. And I'll even go so far as to say, lately, that's been happening a bit more. There's a certain amount of shame with that, where I can get really, like, down on myself for that kind of reason. I'm not going to get into the specifics, and that's not important in this case. It's hard to remember in those moments that we are still worthy of love or care or affection, that the thing that happened to us. Oh, I adore everyone here for being such wonderful friends and beautiful community. Aw. Thank you, Timber. I'm glad that you think so. I guess the thing is, like, we learn from those experiences, or we just carry on. I think red bets. Like, say that we are... Oh, Miss Stebbs. Hello, Deltas. May I request that you simply call me Jessa? Or Audie, or Odyssey, or whatever works. Something about being referred to with some part of my last name doesn't feel quite right. One reason I've been down so lately, someone said they... Ooh. That's a rough one, Jonathan. I feel like this is going to be less about anxiety and more just about just general, like, getting through things. I think the thing with the internet is anyone can say anything, especially in a time when the internet rewards the best dunk, the best response, the best dig, the best unit of got 'em, you know? And I feel like part of surviving on the internet, believe me, I understand that as a trans woman here on the internet, as an out and active trans woman on the internet. We need a hug emote for real. I didn't mean to pop into some deep conversation, but I have it. No worries. I think subjects have just been a little bit deep lately. Also, hello, Blitzy. I think the thing is, like, I was just talking about, like, the anxiety course that I'm in, and it just ended up building into other subjects and what makes people anxious and what makes people go through stuff. Thank you for that, Pets. And I would say a survival tactic for being on the internet is anyone can say anything. And because people are allowed a certain amount of anonymity, they can get through whatever. They can say whatever with pretty minimal consequences. Keyboard courage is a hell of a drug. Here's the thing. We have to take it with a grain of salt. We have to take it with some grain of salt. Them saying something IRL, like them saying something on the internet is no guarantee. You have a stream where it's just chatting where it doesn't become deep? Am I really in an Odyssey stream for not talking? Of course, we've had plenty of super casual just chatting streams. The last few have just been a little bit wild. But that's the thing. Like, I guess just lately, and I do take some comfort in this, in the sense that I'm not the only one really going through it lately. But instead of worrying about the words that someone says, especially on a place that rewards hyperbole, like the internet, a place that rewards saying the most outlandish thing, like the wildest thing that you can dream up, I would say take each one with a grain of salt, or indeed Salt Lake City. Because a lot of people would not say the same thing in real life. Actually, I feel like I'm about to have a breakdown and I'm holding back my tears. Jonathan, we did something like this earlier in stream. I would like to invite you to something real quick. And anyone else who wants to join in on this, please do feel free to do so. Thank you for that, Bets. Jonathan, if you'd like to join in with me, I'd like for you to breathe in slowly through your nose. Hold it. And breathe out through your mouth. I have to vocalize, otherwise it doesn't come through. Breathe out. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it. And breathe out through your mouth. Now, two breaths isn't necessarily going to fix everything right away, but how are you feeling after that? And it could very well be that you just ended up needing to cry. And that's okay too. There are times that I'm glad that it could help. Right, hydrate. That was one of the things that we learned today. How you breathe out on stream is exactly how I do it purposefully as a joke. I see. I need to figure out how to get my microphone set up to pick up, the gentlest breathe out noise while also not picking up every bit of background noise ever. What kind of mic? It is an Audio-Technica 2035. At least pretty sure it's that. Audio-Technica AT 2035. Cloud lifter. I don't know. It's the one I've got, and it's pretty okay. It was a gift from my stalker and abuser, but it's also a good working microphone. My whole life mantra is literally laugh, not suffer. Sadly, though it doesn't work for my internal struggles being trans, worrying if I look better than the previous day or not. So something that I've had to fight through with that. I was actually thinking about it on the way to the appointment today, actually. Just the kind of progress that I made with myself and going out in the world put together as myself. I'm under no illusion that everyone out there sees me as a cis woman. They're probably going to notice things about me, like my facial structure or my Adam's apple or something like that. I feel really bad. I'm sorry. I understand that feeling because I got my Xbox 360 from a very unpleasant person just because they wanted to play and shove it in someone else's face that they got me something expensive, even though when I told them not to. No, I'm sorry to hear that, gamer. I think in the case of, looking better the previous day or not, I definitely had that feeling. And for me, and especially for trans people, looking a certain way is not just a matter of general, confidence. That can determine how much we may or may not be harmed that day. Jonathan, I'm not sure if that comment is helpful, given the subject. For us, it is a non-trivial point. But the point is more, I feel like even when we wear things that might be considered outlandish or bizarre, most people, something that's actually allowed me a certain amount of comfort when confronting my own presentation, my own identity and things like that. Most people don't care. Most people, no matter where you go, most people are not so worked up about this issue or that issue or whatever that they're going to go out of their way to do something about it. Certainly there are some, and there are some places where they're more likely than others. But for the most part, I feel like so much of what we worry about is based on the few small chances of it happening, and it's a non-zero thing. That's game-changing redeem. I'll do that. Just a few nights ago, I was taking my shower, and before the shower, I felt awful about myself, and the next minute I walked out. I really can't explain it. No, gamer, I actually feel that. I take baths for that effect. And that is actually a sensory thing. Like one of the techniques that we talked about in today's class was changing your physiology to kind of recenter your brain and your body's reactions. To kind of get yourself recentered again. And one of the things that was mentioned, like, you know, hot or cold showers or baths. Obviously, be careful about the temperature. Don't boil yourself and don't freeze yourself, but you know, whatever's healthy in terms of temperature. Why is that not showing up in my chat? There it is. I don't know if it will help or if you need to hear, but if you feel confident in how you look or how you present yourself, people see how you want them to see you. That is very much the mentality that I needed back, back when I was still putting myself out there. And I did have that to some extent. I remember, and this might apply for people, whether or not you're, you know, figuring out your presentation or identity or things like that. I had a theory. I knew at the time that certain parts about me did not pass. But my strategy was this. If I was a dream customer, actually a lot of it had to do with, like, I would take myself out to dinner at various restaurants. Gosh, to have that kind of money again. And I would be a dream customer. I would tip well. I'd be, oh, thank you very much. And yes, please. And then good manners, that kind of thing. If I was a dream customer, in most cases, they wouldn't care if I was walking in there and said I was a giraffe. They would take good care of me. Thank you for the reminder, Latent. Shoot, I'm even in the goth look. I should be able to speak more dusky. It wouldn't matter if I looked like a giraffe or said that I was part fish. If I'm a good customer, then, and owned my experience with them with delight and charm and care, then it wouldn't matter. It would just be like, they would love me. They'd want me back. They'd call me miss and ma'am and whatever it would take. I'm sorry, but I must say this. Your warmth feels like a comforting embrace, not just in a parental way, but in a nurturing sense. You radiate kindness and approachability, embodying the sweetest essence. Your presence is like a haven, and you're always there to lend an understanding ears. Thank you for just being for the streams. Thank you, gamer. I should indicate there are limits to what I can do as a streamer, as a VTuber, as someone that isn't an in-person contact. I remember I tried to girl mode in public one time, just wearing a long wig and some heeled boots, and I felt kind of anxious as hell since I was alone. I really want to do that again with my group of friends so I have more comfort and at least someone. Yes, having friends with you for that kind of thing is incredible. It's world of difference. In fact, having friends do that not only allows you safety, but it also allows you affirmation and support and enthusiasm. I think there's a lot of value in that. Yeah. Believe it or not, people have called me delusional just because I believe anime girls are real. It's interesting, like the way that people embrace the world, or approach the world, or what is real or not to them. It's interesting because there's only so much that we can do with what other people believe, right? I mean, especially in the day of the modern VTuber. To some extent, to the experience that you're having right now, whether it's suspension of disbelief or genuine approach, to you, I am an anime girl. I have these gorgeous big green eyes and all these wonderful expressions and that kind of thing. And to some extent, your brain does see me as real. After all, what else could you be seeing in front of you? And even if the brain knows that it's a collection of pixels or drawn lines, and that kind of thing, the brain does for a second put it to the side, you know, put the disbelief to the side, suspension of disbelief, if you will. After all, if we didn't relate to fictional characters on some level, fiction would be arbitrary. It wouldn't hit us the same way that it does. An avatar is no less real than the flesh body that runs it. It depends on the definition of real. For instance, I am speaking words to you, and if you're hearing them, then you're experiencing that. My appearance to you, I never thought of you as an anime girl. I always thought of you as Odyssey Eurobeat, and even though I'm looking at an avatar and I've seen you enough, that's fair. That's fair. And I do have, an IRL, body and such that doesn't one-to-one match this. Goodness, to have the girls like that IRL. There is something to be said for that. Something I plan on becoming a VTuber and a model will be based off Glamrock Freddy from FNAF. Ooh, okay. I'd be down for that. If I'm listening to stream while doing something, I see the IRL model. That's fair. That's fair. Gosh, it's fun being a VTuber, but I have enjoyed the moments that I could share my IRL self with you. Chat, if it's all right with you, I'd like to take about a 5-10 minute break. Eat some of my dinner and take a break. Maybe refill my water bottle. The one trick is I need to get... Oh, thank you for the head pats. I haven't. I've been busy talking. I've been hanging out with you. All right. Copy that. I need to push the button over here. It goes over here. And we do properties. And we're going to put that there. And yeah. I will be right back. Well, that's not the right background. Let me just do this real quick. And all right, and then it's I'm gonna go. Y'all are some geniuses, you know that? I'm back. But I made the goofy decision to have one of those candies. And now it's hard to talk at the same time. They're Jolly Rancher Chews. Like Jolly Ranchers, but soft. All right. Let me reappear to you real quick. Boop. Hello again. I'm back. Yeah, Jolly Rancher Chews. They're new. Are they new? I don't think so. I know they've had. Oh, thank you. I think they've had something like this for some time. But I got to finish my pie. It was delicious. That's good to be back. And I will do the hydrate. I'll do the hydrate. Thank you. It's good to be back. How are we all feeling? Between pretty heavy subject matter and a few rounds of words on stream. It was fun to play with you all. Air fried. I feel like they've done that actually. So waiting on my local 7-Eleven to carry Juneberry. Okay. Can we talk about the Juneberry Red Bull, actually? I'm sorry for the... That stuff is so freaking good. That stuff is so good. I love it. Oh my gosh. And listen. Blue bottle. Thank you for the reminder. Blue bottle. Pink on the inside. White lettering and such on it. It is the trans femme beverage. Monster's been real quiet ever since that came out, you know. Also, before I forget, did that. We have $5 from Meow I'm a Cat. With the words goal. Can we get some love in the chat for Meow? Thank you so much for your contribution. For those who don't know, Pally allows me to split contributions, donos between myself and the moderation team with any remainder favoring the mod team. If we're going in that discussion, Gatorade or Powerade? Gatorade. Also, for those who don't know, what happens when we fill that bar is we bump it up to the next goal, and then we spin the wheel. Just between us, it's the most cost-efficient way to get a spin of the wheel. $25 versus $5. Or other way around. Just saying. All right. 120. Save. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Go ahead and I think this is the one. Yes. Hello? Hello? Can I actually show, please? It's not doing it, is it? Oh, I need to like, okay, hold on. Well, all right. Okay. And here we go. Fruit punch or green apple? Ooh. I like the pink ones, usually. I have a negotiation for you. I've been navigating the idea that I might actually have GERD. Like, acid reflux. So here's the deal. I don't have to do this one if I respin it twice. How's that sound? I don't destroy my voice. You get double. Two for the price of one. All right. Actually, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here and find that. We don't got to do that anymore. I think that was one of the ones that I got the idea from like watching one of Numi's streams, but I do not have Numi's digestion. Yeah, let's do one. Writing it down. So that's one. And then two. Probably going to sleep soon. Good night. See you in the next live. No worries. Thank you so much for popping in, Jonathan. Oh. All right. So first we'll do the stream title, and then we'll do the ASMR. Making sussy Eurobeat with the imposters. Oh, was that for tomorrow? Cute streamer chatting with you. Oh, my chat disconnected. Uh-oh. Am I still there? Uh-oh. That was weird. Y'all still there? Y'all still with me? Okay, good. Stream title advertise the upcoming ASMR. Well, it would be for the next, like, 2 minutes. Big Titty Goth GF. Ooh, okay, I have an idea for that. Big Eurobeat Goth GF. No worries, guy. I probably wouldn't do, like, the mouth noises. Yeah. All right. I'll just rename this one. Goth Girl is just... Isn't that the K-pop group, like Blackpink? This would be, Big Euro Sussy Goth GF. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I don't think I can write the word titty on Twitch, so Big Eurobeat Goth GF probably does it. Eurobeat Goth GF soft speaking with you. I'm gonna go with Big Eurobeat Goth GF. I know that I did say, like, let chat write it. There has to be some amount of, like, compliance with terms of service. Yeah. And then I still have the moon there. I feel like that's a gothy enough motif. And done. And now, right, how am I gonna do this? I'm not entirely sure if this is working out correctly. Is this coming across as ASMR or not? Okay. I'll start the timer. Two minutes starts now. Oh, I forgot that was on there. Thank you for reminding me. I will do the natural voice redemption once the 2 minutes are done. Is this timer for us being down bad for you? Because, oh, thank you. Glad that you like it. Super giddy and excited right now. That's fantastic. What's got you feeling that way? If you wanted to hear me do ASMR, about doing ASMR streams in the past. And I think the one time I've actually done it, the closest, other than the soft reading of A Christmas Carol, was the Kinetic Sand stream. So the fact that this is working out well, maybe I will do an ASMR stream. Could reach out a bedtime story like this. I once read, I started reading it like this, but then I think I had a more natural voice with it by the end. I read A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens this way. And you're actually falling asleep. Aw, I'm glad that it could be comforting. Maybe I should do a stream like this again someday. I like this actually a lot. And I just want to sleep on the couch with cold pillows and blankets while listening. That sounds really soft. Sounds really lovely. Bedtime stories would be a good idea. That's cute. Aw, Mally, you're so cute. Bedpans. Goodness, maybe this needs to be a redemption. Chat, how do you feel about that? Would you like for this to be more readily accessible? Maybe I could make it a redemption. I had tacos and felt happy. I played Fortnite and came in second place, but I was sad I came into the stream and now I melted into a puddle. Well, hello, Vinyl. Good to see you here, honey. The wheel landed on 2 minutes of ASMR, and the timer is up right now. How's that? Did I do okay there? Yeah, I think I might make that a redemption. And I wonder if I could get it to be stackable. It was pleasant. I'm so glad. I'm really glad. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna add that. Shoot, where is that? Let's see. Dashboard. Ah! You got me. Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna make that, I think I'll do like 5 minutes of ASMR. Yeah. A new custom reward. It's really not ASMR. It's really listening to a really good, gentle lullaby of a voice that is soothing to the ear, but that won't fit, so ASMR works. I would like to, see, okay, I'm sorry, I'm actually speaking like ASMR again. I do just like soft speaking. It's actually kind of the way that I remember, the late Nina Kosaka used to do streams like that. I know, but I'm actually kind of excited. I'm glad that people like it. I being asked to do ASMR is very validating, okay? Yes, the Hollywood artist, formerly known as Nina. I say that. I will say that I say that because AudioSMR when I don't think the post Hollywood approach has done that kind of thing. You want to lay in your lap as you play with my hair and oh, that'd be so cute. Not gonna lie. See, I hate the fact that ASMR makes thank you for that, pets. Makes me uncomfortable because I feel like I'm sorry, guy. Certain forms of ASMR definitely make me uncomfortable too. Like certain mouth noises or like wet noises. I can't. But stuff where it's just very gentle speech. I like that kind of ASMR. I like that kind of stuff pretty well. Like Cottontail and Alue have really nice really nice ASMR. Same with Oddy's voices is, aw. Yeah. Yeah. We'll make that a cooldown. I'd say up to 10 redemptions per stream. Yeah. Oddy's voice changed my life change your life. Goodness. I'm honored to have that kind of effect on you, kitten. Pretty sure you've legit lulled me to sleep with that. Aw. Just stop it. Oh, I have 2 hydrates now. I don't know. I have thought about like getting a proper ASMR mic. I thought about getting like an actual ASMR microphone, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the 3DO, or is it 3DIO or whatever. It doesn't have to be that. Oh, vinyl with the wink request. Let me take care of you. All right, ready? Very quiet. There we are. I love listening to certain voices talk, but not that super close, super intimate. That's okay. Night Plum, thank you so much for the subscription. Resubscription from the look of it. Let's get some love in the chat for Night Plum. Please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. You do have God Haruki, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanavi Shoujo's newest original. Great to have you. Did the hydrate, did the other hydrate, did the wink. Thank you. Hello, Sax. Just want to say I'm pretty much moved out from my old apartment and I'm now in my temporary housing at my friend's. Then in a month, I'll be out of Texas. Let's go! That's fantastic, Sax. Congratulations. I am so proud of you. Look at you go. I hope that the next month goes by peacefully. Oh. And Meow Hong with 20 months of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Meow Hong? Looks like a 12-month streak in that 20 months. Please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. You've been around for a hot minute. I remember that. Great to have you. Yeah, I've thought about getting the kind of microphone that would be easy enough to do ASMR with, and do something with it. I probably wouldn't do that. Thank you for the 100 bits. Every bit helps, and that does look like it is the coal that kicks off the hype train. Choo-choo. And thank you so much for that. Thought of an interesting stream idea maybe for September when we get there. What's that? If you don't mind me asking. Hey, we're already at 68% of the first level of the hype train. One away from being nice. I just have to say this, and I hope it doesn't offend. I just want to keep looking at you, as in I'm aesthetically attracted to people, and it's like when that happens, I'm looking at art in museum, and I've just been too nervous to say this, but here I am. Aw, gamer. That's okay. Listen. That sounds platonic enough. You're appreciating me from an aesthetic standpoint, and didn't Niji do an amazing job on this avatar? You know what? Thank you for the 100 bits. Why is that not hurting me? All right, well, should still be doing. All right, doop. Every bit helps, every bit's appreciated. Can we get some love in the chat for Vermouth with the 100 biddies? Niji is cool. Niji-tan, we should say. Is it Brad and Narukami? Thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I'm not sure if you heard me give the spiel to the previous followers, but, Miss Haunter Alice with the 74-month resub. Hey, just haven't been on your live so long due to my work schedule. Hope you've been doing awesome. Keep being you. Alice, it is a pleasure to see you again. I've been doing amazing. Not everything is perfect, but I'm very happy with a lot of what's going on right now, and I hope you're doing amazing too. What's been going on in your life? You don't have to answer all of that. That's a lot to cover in a short bit, but thank you so much for popping back in. It's so good to see you. Sub goal. Wait. What's the sub goal? Would it be? Oh, yes, that is another spin of the wheel. So let's go ahead. Thank you, by the way, for getting up to today's sub goal. I hope you're having a good stream and hope to see you in more streams. Well, that's good because I have streams lined up for the rest of the week. Now let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Boop. Oh, I never did turn the volume of the background music down. Right. No, I'll be a good sport. I'll be a good sport. Okay. 2 minutes starts. Now it started like a little bit ago. Yeah, I'm sorry. What were we on about? Sub goal. I mean, we already reached that goal for today. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the headbats. That's so sweet. So, I'll leave it on screen actually. When it gets like this, oh my goodness, there's so many headbats. I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness, you're all too sweet. Huh? I'm pausing the timer. Hold on. 50? Hold on a second. That was 50. Can we get some love in the chat for Guy Otherson for $50 whole on that bar? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was 5. Are you gonna be okay? That's a lot to do. That is a lot to contribute. Oh my gosh. Are you going to be okay? All right. Well, thank you so much. Okay. So now I'm gonna restart the timer because I didn't give you that full time. But I just wanted to say thank you. Yay! Yay! Thank you so much. That helps me a lot with and the moderation team with a lot of things, and it gets. Am I a good? I might be. Maybe I. Wait, what did I do? Why? Wait, what's going on? Stop! You don't gotta tell me that. Stop it. Just. Why would you say that? Stop. Welcome back to Snacky Sears. You're so. Stop it. You're teasing me. You're teasing me. Stop it. Not cute. not cute. Headbutts. No, I'm not. I'm intimidating and gothy, and I'm mommy. Headbutts. Thank you. Oh goodness. What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Not cute. Stop it. Headbutts. That's. Thank you, Selena. Oh no! Watch too much Numi. What do you mean too much Numi? She's one of the dommiest tops I've ever seen. Even my subbiness has a limit. Yes, thank you, Bogato. But I'm not. I'm mean and I'm bad and bad. Clifford said, "I when I'm out of this mode, I will get you. I will get you." Logs. Stop it. Time's up. She's what she said to herself. I don't know about that. No. No. Yes. Oh, so cute. Thank you. I'm glad that you think so. I had no idea what was going on. So, bottom C means that means that I act more submissive, a little bit more like, easily flustered, more just like a bottom, a sub. I mean, technically I should write it subby C, but bottom C makes more sense just generally like these days. Yeah, that's just what that means. Right. Wait. Natural voice, thank you. Natural voice, thank you. Hydrate. Surprised you don't have the Frightened by Soap one. I feel like that one's too screamy. A little bit too close to a jump scare. Otherwise, I consider it, actually. Consider this making up for 10 years of forgetting who exists. No worries, no worries. I'm glad that you remembered. Actually, technically, after the 50, do we spin this 5 more times? The F is right. So there's a clip of Inugami Korone of Hololive playing a horror game, and she picks something up, and there's she goes to check on a bar of soap, and it zooms in real close, and it jump scares her. So the whole joke is that Korone is scared of soap. Yeah. So should we do like 5 more spins now, or do we just let things go? Because like we still have like another hour. Skip the ones you already did. Well, it depends on which ones we get. Yeah, I know, let's just do it. Usually if it's, based on $5, we do, but because it was 50, Sky! Wait, what did you clip? What did you clip? Selena. Oh no. Watch too much Numi. What do you mean too much Numi? She's one of the dommiest tops I've ever seen. Even my subbiness has a limit. Yes, thank you, Poketoa. But I'm not. I'm Selena. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in Minecraft. No, stop it. It's been good, fellas. It's been good. It's well, at this point I don't even have time to graduate. I'm just gonna move to another country and bear my shame that way. Anyway, nothing for that, Bats. Nui doesn't need to know. Nui doesn't need to know about that, especially when I had bottom C on the screen. Move to Europe and make America beat. What in the world would America beat? So I sent it. Numi. I swear, if that. I swear, there is no, don't. America beat involves. Lord, that's grim. Oh. That's terrible. And of course you clip that. Okay, so if it's just Eurobeat with gunshots, that's just doesn't hypertechno do that? Watch New. No, I'm not ready for that. I don't know. Thank you for that. Gunfire, cowboy instruments. I mean, that's still Eurobeat. There's a lot of okay, cowboy instruments, gunfire. Actually, that still describes Alamo by. Was that Mauro Farina, or was that Mark Farina, or another one of his aliases? Let me look it up. Alamo by Alamo, Ken Martin. Alamo, he was going to Alamo. He was looking just to find his pretty love. All right. Really good Eurobeat song, though. Only to eat now. Take care, Sky. Thank you I guess. But legitimately, thank you though. Should I still do those wheel spins? I feel like I'm gonna stop making me sound the way I was making fun of earlier. Lots of eagle noises. I could try to make the most American sounding Eurobeat. Like just pure freedom. Just do them, can't get much worse. I don't know about that. Okay, the way it could be worse is if I brought back the prank call function. All right, so we'll do 5. Usually it'd be 10, but that's just too many. All right, 1. Eurobeat free, but that exists already. That picks outfit or avatar. If we just keep the goth outfit, then we'll just respin it. Hold on, we're not voting on that yet. We're not voting on it yet. Okay, so 1. More cursed audio for Twitter. 3 more to go. Welcome back, Odyssey. I mute for 2 minutes. I might be able to put 2 of those together, actually. And then when I do speak, it'll be with Nya for 2 minutes. Do I have Pion on the list? I feel like I have Pion on there elsewhere. And the last one. The reason that I spin first and then do is sometimes these build into each other. Ah. So, we have chat picks outfit or avatar, cursed audio for 2 minutes for Twitter, mute for 2 minutes, Nya for 2 minutes, and I'll go ahead and do this last one. Okaeri nasai. Gohan ni suru? Ofuro ni suru? Soretomo wa ta shi? Record cursed nyas on mute for 2 minutes. Actually, here's an idea. We could record the dinner, a bath, or me thing for Twitter. Kind of make an announcement. Odyssey Eurobeat is a classy mommy too, where she voiced all my heckin' ears. I get what you're referencing. I get it. Oh no. It's the sounds of me too, except way comfier. Oh my gosh, Toa. Oh no. I suppose we could do that. I'm taking everything you give me your phone. That's being on my phone as we speak. I probably shouldn't do it about myself though. I feel like that doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, I think I'll just do dinner, a bath, or me for Twitter. I think that makes the best sense because like it's short, it's sweet, it's snackable, and it's not about myself. Who posted my wholesome clip on Twitter.com? I've come to make an announcement. I should probably hide that tab. There we go. Do it for new me. Wait, which one? Dinner, a bath, or me, or the Eggman meme? Which one am I doing? And then while we're collecting the vote for the new avatar, I'll do the 2 minutes of silence. Wait, I forgot which first one it was. Oh, dinner, a bath, or me? Okay. All right, allow me to get that ready. Plus, you all get a freebie from that anyway. All right, here we go. Make sure that I'm in the right spot. And here we go. Oop. All right, it's going. Okaeri nasai. Gohan ni suru? お風呂にするそれとも、私You gotta act some of these things sometimes. Who posted a lamp on my twitter.com? Okay, there's an actual term for dinner a bathroomy. It's like the three, let's see. Okay. There's a term for it, like the actual offer. Shinkon Santaku. Okay. Avalanche SSC, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, and Matara Kanavi Shoujo's newest original single. Great to have you here. The giggle is... Well, of course you gotta have the giggle after doing the Shinkon Santaku. It's how you drive it in, you know? The Sonic 06... Yeah, that's right. I want to piss in a hot topic. That's right. All right, let's see. It's Shinkon Santaku, right? I should probably look it up how to actually like write it. Okay. Okay, so it is like these big words that I see here. Right. Shinkon Santaku. That doesn't look right. Uh-oh. I think I wrote it wrong. Sorry, I'm trying to tweet it from my phone because I don't know how to get audio from my computer to Twitter in the specific thing that it does. Okay. I'm an alpha gamer, meme flies. Let's see. That's Shinkon. And then Santaku looks... Taku. Then we space. There it is, there it is. Boop. All right. It is posted now. Now, I'm going to... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the poll. And then I'm going to mute for those 2 minutes. And when I come back from that mute, nya for 2 minutes. So, all right, /poll. And that will run for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, perfect. So 3D red dress, 3D bunny, 2D red dress, 2D bunny, 3D goth, respin. All right, and go. inhaled the wrong way when I was done. So the good news is the 3D bunny mode is much easier. So all right, bunny time. Now the question is, should I still do nya or should I do pyon for this? All right, let me get to that avatar. Boop. Avatar selection, bunny mode, and pyon pyon. I'm okay. Just a little bit of a badly inhaled something. Why not both at the same time? One or the other. One or the other, kid. Don't make me do both. All right. So, Pyonya, Pyonya. Sorry. No. It's gonna be nya. That's what it landed on. So we're gonna do 2 minutes of nya. Start. Oh, pyon. Pyon. It was a Discord meme. Oh. Would you rather have? Okay. You know what? New poll. And it will run for 1 minute. And, yeah, there we go. And 1 minute starts now. Place your votes, please. Pyon with 1. How do I keep the boobs in the bunny suit? There's adhesive, as well as, there's like little, it's not quite adhesive, but it's like a rubberized kind of, thing. Double-sided tape also does help. Usually the design, like, I'm speaking actually unironically because I actually have worn a bunny suit similar to this in real life. Generally, just the design is, it stays on the skin pretty well. Not perfectly in some cases, but it does well enough. With, if it's got chest to grab onto, then it will usually do its job just fine. As a bunny girl myself, I'd like to claim Miss Odyssey as well. Oh, why, thank you. I am honored to be accepted, Pyon. Speaking of which, Pyon appears to be winning by 6-3. So anyone with nya, better get those votes in before it's too late, which could be any second now, but it's too late. Pyon with 8 votes to nya's 4. So Pyon starts right. Now Pyon. Pyon. Yep, that's right. Pyon, because we're dealing with bunny stuff. Pyon, Pyon. It is rather fitting that I remixed Benui by Nimone recently, Pyon. As a matter of fact, I just realized, Pyon, let me go ahead and put the volume down here real quick, Pyon, and maybe we can... No, I'll play it after this, Pyon, because I want to hang out, because otherwise it's long enough to where Pyon wouldn't last. No, Pyon. Pyon. No, Pyon. Yes. Time to play the remix, Pyon. Not right away, Pyon. I will keep the avatar on after the 2 minutes is done, Pyon. However, if I played the remix during this time, then I would not be saying Pyon at the same time, Pyon, because the remix is longer than 2 minutes, Pyon. So I would be essentially cheating you out of that time, Pyon. So I'm being a good host, as any good host should be, Pyon. Yes, the logistics of Pyon, as it were, Pyon. It's really hard to say. It is Pyon, but I'm doing my best, Pyon. As any good bunny girl should, Pyon. Speaking of which, I do need eventually to get a few things for my bunny girl outfit, Pyon. Last year, it was so fun to do that during Fanime, Pyon. Or maybe even perform with it live, like on stage, Pyon. The only issue is these ears, Pyon. Virtually, they stay on just fine, but on stage, in real life, when I'm hopping around and pyoning all over the place, it's a little hard to keep them on, Pyon. But I could do my best. Not gonna lie, this feels like such a different vibe from a Gothesy, Pyon. You prefer bark and woof and meow. Well, that's because you're our pet, and I am bunny, Pyon. That is very different. Of course, you can't be silly like that, Pyon. I mean, you can be silly, but you don't need to be so silly, Pyon. It's official bunny girl Dessa is good luck. I found a shiny slugma as soon as you changed, Pyon. That's fantastic! Congratulations, Pyon! Oh, thank you for the headpats, Pyon. This does feel like a very different vibe the instant I do it. And timer's done. But I can share a little bit of the Benui remix real quick. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mute the background and grab the file for the new me. I said new me because I'm so used to Pyon. I believe that vowel sound is called a diphthong. Don't quote me on that. Bitwig Projects 2024. Here we are. Hey! Let's be on! Pyom, 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 pyom. Oh, it's really struggling to track. I'll take my bed buds. Go again. A new me is taking form. Overthinking it all. Overthinking it all. I need to look up the lyrics for this. In the event that I ever perform this live and decide to sing it, it is actually a Numi song. It's a remix of a Numi song. Like, it's a Eurobeat, of course, but yeah. I care for those around me. I get the things I need a past life. Who I used to be, no one really cares. Pyom, 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 pyom. I should just expect all VTubers saying at this point. No, not every VTuber sings, but Numi is not just a singer. She actually writes a lot. Like, I unironically really like her music. Your stash of greens, not like you'll eat it anyway. Never wanna eat the things I like. Sometimes I cry, thinking about the things I used to think. Calling me a cat girl, calling me a bad girl, thinking I'm a bunny girl. Oh, I never really know. Where's the download for this? It's not out yet. I haven't released the remix yet. The original is out on like iTunes and Spotify, but the remix isn't out yet. It doesn't seem fun at all. That music pull you away. It's for me. I care for those around me. I get the day describing me the past life. Who I used to be, oh, no one really cares. Pyom, 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 pyom. Yeah, this is the remix. I haven't released it yet. Pyom, 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 pyom. Feels fitting somehow. So with this, I'm probably just gonna throw it on like YouTube. Kind of like what I've done with the last couple of Numi remixes. I'm just gonna put it up for like free because one, it's not my song. Two, I don't necessarily have permissions for it. And three, I just kind of want it as like I want it out there as just like a little fan thing. I am a Noomba at the end of the day, after all. I gotta stop eating these things, but they're so good. They have no business being this good. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get the background music going again. But yeah. No. It's the problem with Candy. What if Numi made a new metal song? I mean, I don't know. I'm not qualified on Numi metal. And then actually, I will say Brain Rot on Hard to Think has one of the most just the entire song. Okay, sorry. Let me restart the spiel. This is not shade against anyone who does covers. This is not shade against anyone who does originals that feel like idol music. Obviously that is fantastic stuff. I've done idol music before. I've done covers before. Obviously no shade. But something about Numi's music is transcendent to me. Like, I would recommend Numi's music to anyone. I mean, covers, if they like those songs, obviously stuff like Cunningham and CPR and Nimusi, that's different mileage. But her originals are songs that I could unironically recommend to just about anyone. Hello, Ray Renee. Good to see you. Do you prefer Ray or Renee or Ray? How should I refer to you, by the way? But we're gonna hear her newest songs. I mean, she has all of her stuff on Spotify. It's most of it, I believe, is also up on iTunes and stuff like Renee. Then I will include a note to that effect. All right, Renee. Duly noted. Thank you for letting me know. All right, her bottomness is transcendent. That too. Then again, when in certain positions with in certain situations with like Cotton Tail or something, it's a little hard to blame her. Also her talent, yeah, unironically, like, and that's kind of the thing, because like we were talking earlier about like, oh, I should just assume all VTubers sing. There is a pressure to do certain kinds of music, I think, or like to have Ori songs and things like that, and such. There's those ties to idol culture, right? And like being an idol and things to that effect. And I'm not immune to those either. I have my Oshis, you know, I despise graduations and that kind of thing. Not the real graduations, like idol. I'm referring to like idol and VTuber graduations. But when it comes to Numi's music, it's the kind of thing that it's like, this isn't, you could show this to someone and they'd be like, oh, sick, who is this? It's like, oh yeah, this is a VTuber. Hold up. You mean no Numi November? Okay, her demeanor during November was wild. Like seeing her just regain control, was just bonkers. Take care, Nexus. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. Sleep well. Night. I don't know why. I just got like the second wind. I think it's all the sugar from the candy. I'm not gonna lie. I've contemplated doing song covers despite me being a sim racing. Do it if you want to. Do it. Like that's. People talk about all these rules about this kind of content, that kind of content. If you're like, if you want to make a song, do it. Like, I don't know. If you, how do I say, that song gave you a second one. Maybe bouncing around like a bunny does have that effect, you know? Actually, unironically, part of what was in the anxiety toolbook is physical movement, like physical activity. It allows you to kind of vent it just through action. It was basically seeing Numi and Cotton in alternate reality. Yeah, basically. Yes. Matar said no, so I'm looking for singer. Oh? Wait, what do you mean? Eh? No to... Oh, like a song that you're working on? Oh, okay. Where is the history? Oh, wow, from back then. Okay. Yeah, hydrate. That I can do. That's okay. I know that, how do I say? Thank you for the reminder. I would have forgotten that otherwise. It may... how do I say? Can't wait to do a cover of one of my favorite songs from you when I'm able to actually... Aw, I'm honored. You have my blessing. Thank you for the reminder, Takishan. What was on about? Wait, why am I being atted in a certain group chat? Oh, no. Guy, what did you do? What did you do? What am I seeing? What am I seeing in this certain Discord community? What am I seeing here? What have you done? So some of you might remember, the other day, Guy and I actually clicked in terms of, I understood, the art, like, so Guy had recommended, was it Crossing Paths or something? And I recognized the art. And then I checked on the studio that was behind it, and sure enough, they had worked on some other stuff that I'd seen before. Cinnamon Switch is the Cross Signals. Thank you. And Guy invited me to the community, and I joined it. And yeah, it's been a really sweet community. I should indicate that the games from Cinnamon Switch, just from the looks of it, let's see, Cinnamon. I'll just look up the. I'll just get to their like Twitch.io page. You all by Cinnamon Switch. We make horny antho transformation gender bender visual novels is their tagline. and I'm aware of quite a bit of it. It is a spice, and they do it very well. And I recognize some of the art. Yeah, the words are, I'm gonna put reverb on it. Cinnamon Switch says of themselves, we make horny anthro transformation / gender bender visual novels. Follow for updates. But yeah, the thing is, like, by the way, does it surprise anyone that I'm familiar with that? Listen, you can only I was transing on the internet. I bumped into some of this stuff. I realized if I said the other word, it would have implied things about quality that simply aren't true. But yeah, I recognize some of the art. I was gonna say like some of this shit, but like it's not shit. It's great. Yeah. Words that should not go together. Why shouldn't they go together? You're watching a VTuber with big old bunny ears and listen. Let he, she, or they who is here that is not at least a little bit spicy cast the first stone. More seriously, like, we didn't raid yet. Yeah, no, we're still here. We're still doing. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of the artists that have worked on these games. Bonk me all you want. It won't make it less true. Yeah, I'm familiar with Heartgear. I'm familiar with the Transform Mistress. I'm familiar with some of the folks that have worked on the game. A random question, or to see if something was okay if I have the ability to do it. What's up? What's on your mind? Also, is the music actually playing in the background? But yeah, no. I joined that server, and I was very well received. Very, very comfy and sweet and kind community. And doesn't hurt that I posted a couple of pictures of me in this particular outfit. Thank you for that, Bats. Especially when there are a few folks in that space that really, really, really like their bunnies. I remember one of my exes got me into a group chat about a TGRP like way over a decade ago. That may have been a sign of an awakening for me since I didn't really mind it at all. Not sure why it was this stream that gave me the vibes I need to fold laundry, but I have an empty, clean laundry hamper for the first time. That's still fantastic, though. Congratulations. And, what was I on about? Like, and by the way, I understand this is not common Twitch discussion material, but it was a part of my experience in finding myself. As a youth on the internet, trying to learn about myself, I don't know if this has been done, and I think it's from watching Porter Robinson's music video Shelter, but I had the idea of someone in a coma and they wake up, but they're not the same gender as their dreams. Ooh, that'd be a really sweet idea, actually. I rather like that. I just realized I never did update the Pally bar. That'd be really cool. Like, sorry. So, in exploring my identity and myself, I ended up looking at, material that played with the idea of gender transformation and things like that. Gender and sex and all the hubbub around that. And it allowed me to ask a few questions about myself, to explore how that might feel, or at least understand that other people had similar feelings to what I was feeling at the time. So I did end up finding artwork by, like, the Transform Mistress, or more recently, like, oh goodness, Crown Cosmo, or Heartgear, or plenty of other artists that are doing really cool stuff, and stuff that's not on the fantastical, like, gender transformation side. There's folks that are more on the side of, like, I'm not sure how to distinguish between the two, but between the two in these, like, and on a completely different, well, not completely different, words are failing me. Like, I feel like IRL Donuts comic, HRT, does kind of dabble in that slightly, but, is this gonna be the part where I lose most of chat? I'm sorry. But, like, the comics and media and transformation, stuff like that, was at least some part of how I discovered myself. This is what I meant to send. Have you ever seen the Cadbury's Caramel 1980s? If you want to see a bunny, pull that collar. Wow, that's a bunny. So you don't got a list. Hi, party. Good to see you. How are you doing? Well, I mean, not gonna lie, I've been reading a lot of romantic manga lately. quite a bit of which has a certain gendery component to it. Because, like, it allows me to relate to it. But yeah, no, I really liked, I liked understanding that element, and that is part of what drew me to it. Yeah, recommendations. Oh my gosh. Okay, so one that I've been reading, the English translation of the title would be "I Think I Turned My Friend Into a Girl." This one's not transformation. This is just like gendery romance manga. Essentially, a guy that likes makeup but can't be open about it decides to practice that makeup on his close friend. And the result is that this friend ends up becoming so confident and so bright and shining, like just really like takes to it so well that for the most part, those around them just regard them as like the manga's not entirely clear on whether or not the resulting character is a trans woman or femboy or how far that goes. But they don't really worry about it so much. It's just these two just getting in these situations and getting all adorable together and putting the femme one in all sorts of cute outfits, and I just want them to be, I just want them to do a smooch. Timber. I've received your request. Are you ready? Timber. Timber. Where are you, pupper? There you are. What a good puppy you are. Who's a good boy? Who's a good puppy? Who is it? Is it you? Yes, it is. Who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? It's you. Good pupper. Good puppy. Aww. So cute. So cute. Sounds like it is. And there's another one. Okay. Not me whipping out manga decks. I'm not entirely sure what the English title would be, so I'm gonna wait for it to actually load so I can say it. I think they list one of the English titles on it. So one of the English titles would be The Prince's Close Friend and Follower. Really watching the chorus recoil, and it's a huge tease relationship between main two characters, and I'm kind of okay with that, but at the same time I'm mad and glad it's normalizing it, but I'm not okay with it because, oh gosh, baiting basically, yeah? Like Eurobeat, yaoi bait, all that stuff. So the premise of The Prince's Close Friend and Follower is such. The prince's right-hand man and, close friend and basically just assistant in life, takes a magic bullet for the prince. Basically, takes on the curse, and the curse turns him into a girl. And, there's a lot of hubbub that goes about it because someone made an attempt on the prince and it didn't work out, and now, the assistant is all done up and whatever. And, so now, no one's really sure what to do because the prince's right hand person, it has only been, that was their life. I'm gonna go with her because she eventually embraces it and accepts it and chooses to be a woman, even though I'm not gonna spoil the point, but there comes a point where the prince's assistant has the option to change back and chooses not to, and they fall in love and it gets it's really good. It's amazing, and it's like ambrosia to my soul. And it's very cute. It's a smidge horny. It's not too wild, but it's certainly not. It's not G-rated. There's a G string in it. But it's cute and it's sweet and I love it. And I in a what's it called again? So I'm gonna paste the title. And then I'll post the romanized Japanese title. Shinyu Oji to Koshi Ginchaku. It's real good. I like it a lot. Partially because I had an idea for that kind of story. Oh, Zoe! Wait a minute, I recognize you. Hello! Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. Doing? Nope. I might be getting a message. Thank you for that, Bats. Yeah. The story that I read on my phone through the app at the end, I basically watched so many ads just to get the currency I needed to unlock the parts of the story I wanted, because it was a choose your own story. And I'm glad because the two characters needed... Oh my. That's a spicy. But yeah, no, like... I feel like we went on such a strange tangent. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's not strange, it's not bad or anything. It's just like, I forgot how we got here. They really said that I don't have ADHD. I think I check enough boxes. They just asked weird, they asked for weird boxes when they were evaluating me for that. Like, I don't know, just because I manage it well enough doesn't mean that I don't know. No, it's my fault. No, it's all good. It's all good. Those two are my big recommendations right now. I will say, the latter of those two, the prince's close friend and follower, is slightly lighter hearted. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. One more. This one's heavy, but it's also lovely. The first one was, the first one, the English title is considered I think I turned my friend into a girl. Yeah, I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. The Japanese title is Koisuru Otome no Tsukurikata. Will there be a VOD of the stream just to hear all the story names? Yes. All the VODs go up on Odyssey Eurobeat on YouTube. I've been a little bit bad about uploading VODs there, but I'll be back on that. Let's see. I'm currently writing a story about a same-sex girl relationship and wanted to see if I could. And after a week of trying, I showed someone and they said by the end they were crying, even though it was an adult thing because of how tender and sweet. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Okay, I love going into a story that looks decent and coming out the other side that it's like actually like sweeter and more tender than it looked at first. Sorry. There's another one that I was going to recommend. And this one actually have a pretty, I'm pretty sold on it. I'm a pretty big fan of this one. The English title would be I Quit Being a Man. Got cancer, so I decided to dress up as a woman and fall. That doesn't seem right. The character is very much a trans woman. She's not dressing up, she is. 男を辞めてみた。がんになったので女装して恋をすることになりました。So the character, the story is basically thus. Nagisa Hajime is diagnosed with cancer and believes that there's not much time left in life. So she decides to dive into the feelings that she's been having and explore being a woman. And it goes between these like whimsical highs of exploring life and going out into the world and experiencing firsts in a way, and some of the insecurities that we'll have in meeting with people, and the lows of dysphoria and interpersonal issues and what this mangaka actually went through, because it's actually autobiographical. Denver Vaughn, thank you so much for the follow and the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Guy, it's another 5! You already threw 50 at me! Gotta duck out early. Thanks for the stream. Well, you don't have to throw $5 at me to leave. There's not an ejection fee, but thank you. That does mean that we filled the bar again. Can we get some love in the chat for Guy Ellerson? Thank you so much for popping in. What a guy, exactly. Yeah, that does mean, of course, that we spin the wheel one more time. And for those who might be new to the stream, every time we get 5 subs or $5 through Pally, we spin a wheel. And it's got all kinds of fun things for me to do. All right, let's get to it. Boop. What will it be today? 175. Oh, I forgot to... that. Sorry. There we go. I see. And you've got 5 minutes of it. Hmm? Shall I start the timer then? I'll get it going. I should warn, for those who do not appreciate or do not enjoy a Dommy Mommy experience, basically, might want to step away for about 5 minutes. But the timer starts now. How are my kittens doing? Well, some of you are my puppies, aren't you? Goodness, I never thought that when I started streaming I'd have so many pets. Thank you for the head pats. Oh my goodness. Impeccable timing. Hello, Mako. Hello, Raiders. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and the wheel landed on Mommy C mode for 5 minutes. So, letting you know ahead of time. And if that is not your thing, then no worries. But if that is your thing, then I allow all of my kittens to do wonderfully here as long as you're comfortable. Aw, Timber, how cute. Yes, can we give some shout outs to Mako? If you're not already following, Mako, DJ Cat, this adorable DJ, is one of the most talented and most wonderful Eurobeat-minded folks I know. And she streams over on DJ Cat LOL, twitch.tv/DJ Cat LOL. She is amazing. She is so sweet. How are you doing, kitten? I hope you're doing well today. No. What were we on about? Or should we keep going with anything else? Voice hurts, but I'm good. Well, rest up, kitten. You're in a good place. You're in good company. You have done we had good company. Oh, was it Lethal Company then? Say something about this, Mommy Audie. Your smile is a melody that plays in the heart of those looking. My goodness, gamer. You're so kind. You're so very sweet to me. Thank you for that, honey. I'm honored to inspire that kind of thing, although surprised as I may be that I hold that kind of power. I certainly don't mind it. Is today a special day? No, it simply landed on, 5 minutes of Mommy, see, so that's what we're doing. I never did expect. Aw, goodness. Goodness, Timber. Look at you go. Look at you go, puppy. All right, now, what was I on about? I've already lost my train of thought. Sorry, Mommy's not much of a thinker, huh? Oh, I do see a certain kitty bat in chat. Speaking of literal kittens, hi, Alvanil. I'm just gonna be silly. Get 3 hours of this because you always, no matter if you are doing this or just being your normal self, you always make my face red when I'm here. Aw. Do I get you blushy, gamer? That's so cute. I just can't help but imagine your cute little face getting redder and redder as I tease and poke and prod and speak a certain way. Hey. Hey, guess what? Boop. Oh, goodness, you're all too adorable. Don't put too much pressure on the kitty bat, by the way. I just saw the name in the list and felt like picking on a certain kitty bat. That's all it is. That's all it is. Was that another 10? Party just tipped $10. What a good contribution. Party, bless and thank you for your generosity. That does mean 2 more spins. However, I'm gonna wait until this redemption is done before we do the next one. Thank you so much for that. For those who don't know, by the way, Pally allows me to split contributions between myself and the moderation team with any remainder going to the team because they're so good to me. They take such good care of me. So instead of just going to myself, it splits that way. So every $5 of that, I like to spin the wheel here, which is a cheaper and more effective way to get real spins than subs alone. But thank you so very much for your generosity, Party. That is 2 subs, yeah? Sorry, that's 2 spins, yeah? Mine is telling me to dip out to get rest, but my body's telling me to say, well, no worries, kitten. We're gonna be done in about 10 minutes. Because then it'll be 3 hours and we'll be raiding out to someone else. Oh dear, there's less than a minute left. Well, as much as I'd love to tease a little more. Latent gifting that sub to Party. Can we get some love in the chat for Latent for gifting 323 subs in this channel, and to Party for being around to receive that sub. Last you checked, you were switched. Well, not around me, kitten. Oh, well, it's not per subscription. It's per. It's actually every 5 prescription, every 5 subscriptions, and every $5. Goodness, I make one of them a better deal than the other. What can I say? All right, we are nearly done. Good boys, good girls, good kittens, good puppies. Time's up. And there we go. All right, now we got 2 more spins, don't we? All right, 1. All right, draw a character of chat's choice for 2 minutes. Or draw something of chat's choice by memory for 2 minutes. And then I'll do the second spin. Keyboard predict a tweet. All right, take care, gamer. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope dinner is delicious and that you have a great rest of your evening. Ooh, I had a little bit of that leftover mommy energy, goodness. All right. So what I'm gonna do is all right, chat, give me a character to draw, and I will draw them. Or something to draw that I can draw in 2 minutes. Rave Man. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with Rave Man. Do you mean Rayman? Like the Maki Nishikino. Let's see. Rarity, 2D Pac-Man. I mean, I could draw 2D Pac-Man and listen to Miku, like Hatsune Miku. I could probably draw Miku pretty quickly. Let's see. Is that actually tracking paint? There it is. Blue. There it is. Okay. A car. A Momo. I like that idea, Momo. I'm gonna draw one of I'm gonna draw a Momo in the style of Matara-Kon's Momos. All right, let me get the 2-minute timer. And we're gonna start now. All right, we need a shape. We need a circle. We're gonna do a circle. We're gonna do, there we go. And we got the purple wings. Oh, no, we want that. There we go. Let that go of that. We're gonna get this, and we're gonna draw, does Momos have those, whoops, that's not what we want. We want a brush, because Momos have those wings, right? Okay, so, that there, and it goes up there, and that there, goes up there. I think they have, they have ears, don't they? And then, they also have the little pizzas. And the little eyes. I should just do a circle there, shouldn't I? Okay, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna do, oh, solid fill, please. Yes. All right, there we go. And boop. Ah, nightmare. All right, we're doing solid outline, solid fill, and we're doing this one this way. And then we have the brush here again. I think you can see the hands on Momo, so I think I might have done this wrong already. A Momo is the fan character for Matara-Kon's fans. Everyone will be Momo. You will be Momo. Yeah, and the cute thing about Momos in particular is that if you turn them around, we'll do that. This will be white. This will be here. The thing with Momos is that they have a booty, a pronounced booty right here. And it goes like that. And then they have, I think the wings actually go like this, as opposed to, I think they go like this. So technically this is wrong. They do have butts. They have pronounced little butts. I think we're just about at time. I don't know what else to do. Oh, the timer's actually done. Now for reference, let me go ahead and grab an actual picture of a Momo. I think there's a channel in Matara's Discord server for what a Momo looks like. Yes. Yeah, there's one for Momosonas. Yes. Oh, I forgot how many hands Momos have. A Momo looks more like, hold on, I'll get this. It's like, it's more like this, and then there's that, and then it kind of goes there, and then boop, and it kind of goes up. I chose a poor spot to draw it, and then it's like there, and then the wings are on the back. Niji, hello! I hope you're doing very, very, very well today. How are you? I hope you're doing very well. This is the tail end of my stream, but, we will take you anytime, huh? All right. Alas, I cannot keep the looked at Momo version, so we're gonna do save. Momo, human memory. Great. Yeah. So that was that. We're in the last 10 minutes or so. Actually, last 5 minutes of stream. So, any last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions? There is no music going on. I need to put that back. Where did it go? Hello? There we are. There we are. But yeah, any last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we find someone to raid and then raid them? Right. Got a few windows to close here. I just realized that I posted that that cursed audio. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh, so sweet. So let me see who's streaming. On Twitch and YouTube. Sometimes I like to cross-platform raid. It's fun. It breaks rules. I see Henya. I see Sneaky. Sea Dog. Camila. Alpharad. I see Tricky. Rafflegator. Fun fact, I specifically went offline so I couldn't log all the raids. Aww. Well, that makes sense. You're worthy of the best, so you'd be getting all of them, wouldn't you, huh? Aloy is on, huh? Aloy tends to stream ASMR. And ASMR doodling. Yeah, Alfred's on Twitch. Like Forward Aerial and such. And Alfred Gold. Alfred Plus. Issa is also streaming. Keelie, Last Seahorse, Diesel, Surge VT, Ouija. And then on YouTube, we have Noriboshi Ariel. That actually looks like it. Oh, Akira released a remix of Yes and. I think excuse me. I think we could raid. Here's the thing. I adore Aloy. Just fair notice. I can be hesitant to raid sometimes because her content is very much ASMR. And sometimes that can be super hit or miss depending on what the stream was before. Like if I was doing, I don't know, like Helldivers 2 or something, and then we went into Alu's stream, it would be a mismatch, you know? It wouldn't be fair to who we were raiding. Let's raid. We raided Eden recently. We raided Issa recently-ish. We could raid, Tricky. Or Sea Dog. I don't know. I feel like I should know better. We haven't raided, well, when was the last time we raided Seahorse? I think it's been a bit since we've raided Seahorse. Looks like, Seahorse is playing games and demos. I'm not sure what kind of game Seahorse is playing. But, Seahorse is amazing. I think a Japanese fan just retweeted the Shinkon Sataka tweet. I'm gonna go die. Let's go ahead and raid Seahorse for my last living stream. I'm gonna go melt into a puddle of death somewhere. Thank you for the raid message, Pixie. Last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions. I'm dead. Yeah, my voice is getting a little gravelly. Realistically, I'm not going to do that. I'll think about that, bets. I'm still very much going to be alive and well, but I'm also going to die of embarrassment. So, last questions. Thank you for the reminder. Any last questions, comments, remarks, and redemptions before we raid the last seahorse and I melt into a puddle? Timber, let me take care of that for you. All right. Ow. All right. Am I feeling funky? Am I ready to get funky? Sorry. Oh no, latent. Latent. You think you are very clever. You little nya 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 nya. Yeah, enjoy it. All right, friends. That is all. Oh my. My Lena, I'd be more than happy to provide that. Are you ready? Arara, kawaii koto. Kawaii koto. Sorry, I keep forgetting that the pronunciation of that. Thank you for that, Bats. Is important. All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you tomorrow. All right, let me get the raid going. We are going to raid the last seahorse. And I will see you tomorrow at the usual time for some Eurobeat production. Bye-bye. Otsukare desu. Bye-bye. Mwah. Bye-bye. Yeah, I really need to rest my voice a little bit. Bye-bye.